Hey guys, Matt here in Kanchanaburi. Is that how you pronounce it? Kanchanaburi.
Kanchanaburi.
Kanchanaburi. In Thailand, this is a famous area well known for some tragic events in its history, primarily the bridge over the River Kwai, which was a bridge with a stark history. I'll link to a video below that you can watch that I'm making about the bridge. But this video is not about that. It's about where I'm staying, because this place is fantastic. Okay, we are in Latima Hostel. It's less of a hostel and more of a really interesting boutique place to stay. I'm with the owner.
Hey.
Her name is Oya.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we have just been talking a little bit. I'm going to take you on a tour of this place. I'm really impressed with the setup and the way that you lay out the rooms for hostels. If you're coming to Kanchanaburi, you should try to stay here as much as possible. We are in off season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have like this whole place almost to myself, which is great. I got the pool to myself, I got the kitchen to myself, and I have my entire bunk room to myself. I'll give you a tour of that. How long have you had this place open?
Since February.
Since February. Did you build it from scratch?
Renovation.
Renovation. What does Latima mean, the name?
Tima is for my full name.
Oh,
Tima.
okay.
Yeah, and La is Italy language.
Yeah, I thought maybe French. Latima. How many rooms do you have here? How many beds?
12.
12.
12 rooms and 58 beds.
Yeah. And they're organized between, you can get rooms here, like solo rooms, but you can also do bunk rooms, mixed and ladies. Your pool services are great. The breakfast is really good.
Many guests tell that our place is thoughtful facilities.
Thoughtful.
Yeah.
Very, very thoughtful. Outside, Latima has some more luxury items I typically don't find in hostels. One being a really nice little pool. It's small. It's got a great deck around it, and you can hang out either on the deck or you can hang out alongside the windows of the hostel. The water is clean. Sometimes in certain hostels, the pool sort of becomes a human soup of fluids. Another thing that's cool is they leave an area out here where you can hang and dry anything that you want. It's out of the way of the weather, so it's not going to get rained on, but it's open air enough to where you're actually going to dry your stuff. One of the problems with hostels I go to sometimes is they want you to hang your towel over your bed. It just humidifies the room. Whereas here you can kind of like leave your stuff out. They got bicycles for you to use if you want to use them. They got a really wonderful secure parking area for those world tour cyclists out there like me. This is a perfect place to store your bike, and you don't got to worry about, hello. Very nice staff. Everybody here is pretty cool. And if you do have a car or you want to park your vehicle, they've got like a lot of parking. You can also film little episodes of your video right here because the backdrop of the bushes is quite nice. If you go back a couple of episodes, you'll see a camera review. I did it right here. It's almost like this place was overbuilt, which I appreciate. A lot of times hostels are about cramming as much into a small space as you can, and you have to make sacrifices with that thinking. And I don't know, sometimes the sacrifices really take away from the relaxation experience you might have trying to stay at a hostel. This place is not necessarily the communal hostel. I know that I'm in the down season, but most likely you're not going to come to this hostel to get drunk and party with your friends. You're going to come here to relax, use it as a staging area to get around. It doesn't have a bar. There's no no craziness unless you want to buy your beer from somewhere else and then bring it here, which I think is very cool. You could bring your friends and have a hangout by the pool. But this is not the type of hostel, the backpacker hostel in Vang Vieng, which was accommodation was 1, but party was 10. This place, the accommodation is 11, but the party is toned down to about a 2, I would say, or a 3. You can bring your party, but they don't accommodate the party. All right, so let's go take a look at some of the rooms. First, we'll go to the top floor. I'm actually moving my room. I'm going from the dorms to one bed, or a deluxe? Deluxe, right? So let's take a look at what this hostel, boutique hostel, has to offer for sort of more hotelish rooms. Do you make the flowers?
Yes.
Can you show me how to make that? A sink in the hallway? It's interesting. And this one is deluxe?
No standard.
This is standard.
No TV.
Huh?
No television.
No TV?
Yes.
Okay. No need for TV. You've got a pool outside. Oh, okay. This is like family, right?
Yes.
So you have mom and dad and the 2 kids.
Yes.
Now the 3rd floor is where my dorm room is, and that's where I've been staying for the past couple of days. So I'll show you that first. But before I do, let me show you the bathrooms. Now bathrooms normally aren't too much to talk about in hostels. There's a place to do your business and a place to clean your business. But I find this place extremely nice. From a design standpoint, it's really comfortable. The tile work is the type of tile that you don't slip on if it gets wet, but it's high quality as well. The construction is very solid. I've been to some hostels that have shipping container thin, like steel, and it separates everything. I've had very, very thin wood. This is a well put together bathroom. The showers have really good water heaters, decent pressure, a place to put your phone, and soap and everything to use, so you're all set here. They also give you a towel included with your room, which is another thing hostels don't normally do. Sometimes you have to rent your towel. This is something that I really like, and that especially in hostels you never get. It's adequate room on either side of the toilet. The owner of this place could have skimped and put 3 toilets, 3 stalls here, but instead she widened the area and gave 2 stalls. Now I don't know what it's like here on a busy season. Maybe there's a lot of fighting for the stall, but I doubt it. I think that using your real estate to make people a little bit more comfortable is a much better thing. So this is a big selling feature for me. When you can wake up early in the morning, you can go to the toilet. The walls are solid enough that you're not going to be waking anybody up or making any noise, especially if you eat some crazy Thai food the night before. And you can kind of, I mean, this is like a toilet area that I might have in my house in the USA. So I appreciate that. On top of it, they have 1, 2, 3 sinks and soap and a blow dryer to use. So they don't leave anything to chance. Now this place has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bunks, and some features that I really like when I stay at a hostel. You guys know I've stayed at a lot of hostels. I've slept in a lot of bunks in my life, and this place is probably one of the best. It's not all perfect, but it's almost perfect. First of all, you have a drape separation, which is really nice. I've had all sorts of different types of configurations to separate you from everybody else. And I've been to some where there's no separation and you're pretty much sleeping next to your buddies and there's no privacy at all. This is my bunk here. It's a disaster area. As you've seen, my bunks in many other places are similar. I have shit strewn everywhere. If you are the kind of person with shit strewn everywhere, you're gonna really appreciate these bunks, because what they have here is they give you a really, really nice pocket adjacent to your mattress, and the mattress is really high. Like the height of this mattress creates a really nice pocket to put all your shit. They give you a locker as well with a lock on it if you want. There's a cubby here that goes underneath this shelf that you can use for storage. They have a little table here and a plug and your light switch. The other thing about these bunks is the materials are pretty solid, so you're not going to annoy your neighbors so much with your rustling around. I've been to a few, I think in Cambodia, no, in Laos, in Vang Vieng. I was in a plywood, basically a rough plywood bed area, and every time you moved, it creaked. The rest of the hostel was great, but that one feature made it a little bit frustrating. If you're looking for social gathering, maybe this isn't the best hostel for you if you're looking for a party time. There are probably some places a little bit more seedy than this that'll be a little bit less comfortable but more sociable. I do have one complaint, is that they only offer one plug. 2 plugs is great. You have one to put all your USB stuff on and then another one to plug your laptop into. In this case, I'm cycling between the 2. Check this place out. It's really nice, run by some really nice people. You're going to be happy when you stay here. If you want to follow me around the world, I'll be checking out hostels as I travel. I've traveled to a number already and done hostel territories there, but my primary function is cycling around the world. If you want to follow me, subscribe to this channel, hit the little bell in the corner. If you want to go really deep, if you really want to join what I call the Jayo World Tour, why don't you go to my Patreon? For minimum donation, you have access to a daily audio podcast where you can hear my thoughts and you can kind of follow the journey a little bit more intimately. I work really hard to share my journey with the people who are interested, and if you're interested, please join my Patreon. Take it easy, guys. I'll catch you later. Jayo.